As you may be aware, this show and I have been nominated for the Best Music Maker DJ Web Personality Award at the upcoming annual East Coast Music Hall of Fame Gala at June the 9th and 10th in Atlantic City. Here to tell you all about the Gala and the East Coast Music Hall of Fame is its president and CEO, and also the lead singer of one of the hardest working vocal groups on the East Coast, the Duprees, Mr. Tommy PETILLO. Hi, Tommy. We're all looking forward to this event. Tell my listeners about it.
Hello, Cal. How are you? Thank you. Yeah, it's going to be a real great 2-day event that we have planned for all the fans of the rock and roll generation. You know.
I can't wait.
Yeah, you and I.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you know the first gala was such a huge success. We were trying to figure out what are we going to do to top that, you know, because it really was an amazing night that evening, celebrating all these wonderful people that basically, you know, really haven't gotten their due as far as, well, you know, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame per se, but
absolutely.
You know, people like Luke Christie, Frankie Avalon, Chubby Checker, Bobby Rydell, Connie Francis, Jay Siegel, Jimmy Beaumont, Johnny Maestro. I mean, and the list goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
Those people were in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So, you know, it was a very special night. But we've come up with another 12 lifetime recipients that we'll be honoring June 9th and 10th at Harrahs in Atlantic City. And it looks like it's heading to be a really, really beautiful event and something that the people are really going to enjoy.
How many categories are there all told, Tommy?
Well, we had 16 Lifetime Achievement recipients in 2019 at the Convention Center in Wildwood, and that was a bit much, you know. We have it down to 12 Lifetime Achievement recipients. I can name them for you later. And then we have what we call the Legends Awards, which there are 12 separate categories there. And in the Best of the Music Makers, which basically provides a light and a stepping stone to the performers that are out there today, performing our genre of music and keeping the music alive per se, I guess, and just performers and entertainers that love this genre of music, you know, who really, you know, they're mostly local acts from New England to Florida, and we like to shine a light on them and help them and give them the support and the stepping stone or even the publicity that they could use, you know, because nobody else is doing it, you know. As you well know, our music has not been mainstream for some time. Correct?
That's right. Yeah, most everyone that I talk to, and I interview an artist most every week, they all say the same thing, that what you're doing and what's happening with the East Coast Music Hall of Fame is got to be the best thing that has happened to our music in a long time. And you're not only recognizing the people that weren't recognized by the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and should have been, but you're also bringing the music to the forefront, and you're helping it keep the music alive as well as we are.
Well, thank you, and you know, it's a labor of love, you know, it really is, and it needed to be done. It was a good idea, and the success of the organization so far has proved that to be true.
You bet. You bet.
But we have a really nice lineup for 2020. If I may, can I read them off to you?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Okay, for the Lifetime Achievement recipients, we're talking Gloria Gaynor, Neil Sedaka,
wow,
Tony Orlando, Dionne Warwick, The Manhattan Transfer, The Times, Tavares, Cousin Brucey, Gary U.S. Bond, Jane Americans, Earl Speedo Carroll, and three gentlemen that were very influential and really good promoters, producers back in the day when they promoted the 3-day event, the 20-year anniversary concert for CBS FM. It was Tony DeLauro, Frankie Lanz, and Mr. Contorno. Yeah. So, those are our Lifetime Achievement recipients. It's a heck of a lineup, and when you think that none of these people have been recognized, it's pretty amazing. And we have so many more to go. I mean, I wish we could put everybody in at one time, but it's just,
Well, yeah, of course. But, I mean, people, their jaws drop when they hear people like Neil Sedaka, Connie Francis. They're not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. What the heck is going on?
Well, you know what? I'm really not here to slam the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They have their place in music, but they're heavily influenced by the West Coast and Hollywood, and I don't know. I mean, that's just my opinion now.
Sure.
But I think that there is a real divide in what the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame does and what we're doing. So I think, both are needed. They suit their purpose. They have their goals. And now we have our purpose and our goal. And
absolutely.
I think the East Coast really needs its own Hall of Fame. We need to celebrate our own pioneers. The pioneer groups, for instance. Oh, my God. Just think of all the groups that came out of the Philadelphia area.
Oh, wow.
In the 70s, all those great groups.
You bet.
And it goes on and on, 60s, 70s, 80s. And, I think this organization will be around a lot longer, a lot longer after I'm gone.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's all good. It's all good. I think we're headed in a good direction.
Well, how can the folks out there join the East Coast Music Hall of Fame?
Well, it's very simple. They can go to our website. That's ECMHOF. That's East Coast Music Hall of Fame abbreviated. ECMHOF.org. Everything is there. I'm so proud of this website as well. There's a lot of information there. You can go on and log on to nominees and see all the nominees for 2020 and all the categories. And that's for our members as well. They can go on and research the bios of every single person that's nominated. And the award definitions are there. You can go on and buy tickets for the Gala that will be at June 9th and 10th at Harrahs in Atlantic City. There are press releases there with things that we've been accomplishing now for the past year. And you can read about the sponsorships and all the information you need to vote or to become a member.
Well, that's right. You mentioned that when you do become a member, and there's several different levels of which you can find that information on the website, as you just mentioned. But the very least of all of the memberships is, and certainly a good thing, is that for a year's membership, it's only $25, and that enables you to vote for the nominees.
That is correct.
Now, the next level up is $50, and that's an ambassadorship, and with that, you can also nominate for the rest of the categories.
That's correct. And the rules and regulations are all there as well. We basically, we said East Coast Music Hall of Fame, and that starts up in New England and goes down to Florida. But certainly, if you're an East Coaster and you move to California, like someone like yourself, I believe.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you're eligible. We can only handle so much, So I think the East Coast, we bit off quite a bit. If we had to include the rest of the country, I don't know that we'd be able to accomplish that.
Right. Yeah.
Like as I say, I mean, our heroes here are I think, a little different than the folks on the West Coast.
Yes, they are. They absolutely are.
Well, New York alone, there's quite a few groups that came out of the New York area.
Oh, that's where doo-wop started, and you're absolutely right. There's an enormous amount of talent and groups that pioneered our music on the East Coast.
Yes.
And not the least of which is the Duprees, of course.
Well, yeah, they're in there.
Yeah, you've been very active in like I said before, you're the hardest working group on the East Coast. Every time I turn around, I see a concert that you're going to be headlining.
Yeah, we don't have to go far. We're able to stay within the tri-state area. We do go out to California, as you know. We go to Vegas now, performing there, South Point Casino, and we spend a little time in Florida too as well. But we don't have to go far. Our base, we're really lucky. I mean, we've always went out and treated our fans with love and respect, and they've paid us back. I mean, this particular group now has been together 35 years.
Wow.
It's over 35 years. The original group, of course, there are no original members performing today, but it has been a succession from the original group, starting with myself. I was with the group in 78 and 79, and New Year's of 79 was the last time the original group performed together. And then through the 80s, it kind of went into disarray, with Mike Arnone trying to bring in different members. We're starting over, basically, when something like that happened. But Tony Testa came into the group in the 80s, and he really turned everything around and brought the group to where it is today, and has done an incredible job with the group as well. So, we're very thankful. We love and respect each other for what we all bring to the table. And we treat our fans good. We're doing something right. We keep filling the theaters.
Oh, you bet. Well, for those of you out there listening that are familiar with the original Duprees but have not seen the current version of the Duprees out there with Tommy and the boys, you will be absolutely astonished at the likeness and the similarity between the sound of yesterday and today. You've maintained that sound, and it's an incredible job that you do. I'm telling you.
Well, I like to think so. We worked very hard at it. The Duprees have had some great lead singers. Starting with Joey Van, who was on all the hit records, all the recordings, as well as Mike Kelly, who was a tremendous lead singer, who was with them maybe about 15 years or so. And then Richie Rosado, of course, was there for a long time, 20 years.
Right.
Richie was a great lead singer as well, captured the essence of Joey Van. And, I came in after Mike Kelly. Richie came in after me, and then I replaced Richie 20 years later. And I think each of us lead singers that have performed with the Duprees have kept that tradition, that sound, and it's a testament to Tony Testa. There you go. He's kept that harmony out front and kept the meaning of those songs alive, But you know what? It really is a testament to those songs too. They're tremendous songs.
They're timeless, right?
And it's something that we're missing today. I think, in music, in the mainstream of things. We need more love songs, and that's why I wrote my book.
I was just going to bring that up, right?
So it's something that we need to keep, at least not push it away, accept it. When CBS FM took all the oldies off the radio, that was a real insult to our generation and our music.
That was.
That was the largest radio station in the country, I believe, at one time. And for them to just take the music and our DJs and throw them in the garbage can was a terrible thing to do to our generation, because it didn't deserve that, and that's really what set me off and what made me think, well, maybe we should just go out and try to do this without waiting for somebody else to do it,
Sure, yeah. Well, let me ask you this, not to change the subject, but it just occurred to me. Tell our listeners when the voting is going to begin and end, and just how you go about voting for the East Coast Music Hall of Fame nominees and the.
Sure. Okay, so the voting actually starts the end of March. The nominations have been going on now for some time, but they will end the beginning of March, and then the voting starts the end of March.
Got it.
I'm sorry. Okay, ambassador member nominations began August 1st, okay, and they end March 1st. The ballots will go out in after March 1st.
Right, like in the first week of April.
Yes.
Are you going to be mailing ballots to the members? Is that it?
Well, they'll go out for everyone that has an email.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean.
If you have an email, because some of our members, they don't go on the computer, so we have addresses. Those people we email ballots to. Okay.
Got it.
But if they signed up with an email address, we will send a link for them to log on to, and the entire ballot will be in that link, and they'll be able to go through all the categories and nominees and select one nominee per category.
Got it.
And then it just automatically comes back to us, and they can only use that link one time. They can't pass it on to anyone. So that's the way it works.
Okay, and the winners will be announced at the gala. Is that it?
The winners will be announced at the gala. Yes.
Oh boy.
There's a breakfast for the best of the music makers. There'll be a breakfast, and then the award ceremony to follow, and then at lunch for the Legends Awards, there'll be another ceremony for them as well.
Boy, I'll tell you, I'm really excited about it, and I know you are too.
That's June 9th. Then June 10th is the main gala, and if you log on to our website and you go to tickets, you click on tickets, and everything is there. There are 10 different functions that will be going on over the course of 2 days. You could buy a ticket separately to each one of these functions, including the gala. So, it's pretty exciting because you can pick and choose what you want to attend. We have a Pioneer awards that Charlie Horner is going to be giving a whole bunch of information out about the Pioneer.
Mm-hmm. Well, all of the events and everything are going to be. They're all not going to be. They're already there. They're all in the website.
Everything's on the website.
When you click on tickets, all the different things that are offered are right there in the ticket tab.
That's correct. You could pick and choose what you want. You can. I mean, they're affordable, so you could literally pick them all.
Sure.
And attend all of them because it's set up to where if somebody wants to attend all of them, they can.
Mm-hmm. Well, can you think of anything else to say about the ECMHOF?
It's an organization of fans and music providers, from New England down to Florida, and it's growing every day. I urge you to go on the website and see for yourself if you're a music lover, and I'm sure if they're listening to your radio station, they're going to love everything they see about this. So I thank you for having us on the radio and allowing us to share with your audience.
Oh, the pleasure's all mine, Tommy. What you're doing is a good thing, and I want to thank you for coming on our air and telling our listeners about it.
Well, you're way out there in California, and we do have some people that purchase tickets from out that way, so that's surprising, and I'm quite happy about that.
Yeah, why not?
Yes,
I may be out here in California, but I was born and raised in Berkeley, New York, and I know the area.
Came out to California. That's where I met you.
That's right, in San Bernardino.
Yes.
Yeah,
All right.
and believe me, the folks out here really appreciated the Duprees as well. Yeah. Okay, well, thanks again, Tommy, and we wish you all the best of luck. And I know that this is going to be a bigger thing than you can imagine.
Well, from your lips to God's ears.
Yeah. And you just keep up the good work, Tommy, and hang in there.
Well, I mean, I do have some great people around me: Joe Marioni, Mark Barron, my partner Bill Greco, Deborah Nader, and Charlie Horner. We have a good, but we all have our own things that need to get done, But we could do a little more, that's for sure.
I'll be seeing you at the gala.
Okay, Calvin, congratulations on your nomination.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. And believe me, I consider it a great honor.
Well, thank you.
Have a nice day.
Okay, Cal, you take care.
All right.